spacing this time. All right, welcome back to Procrastination Podcast, where we talk about anime life and everything in between. My name is Matt.
I'm Rob.
I'm Alonzo.
And today we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. We're going to kind of talk about two things. So we'll see how it goes.
Cold opening. Here to talk about Jujutsu.
I mean, basically, yeah. So, I mean, we're trying to get into, Jujutsu sub and dub. We respect all dub watchers, too, on this podcast.
Thank you.
Inclusive space. We just wanted to wait for everyone to have their chance to fully watch the show before we gave our full reactions to things. Because us personally, I feel like, I know me personally, but I think all of us had a lot spoiled for us from social media, and we did not want to be those guys to also spoil it. So,
right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yes, we wanted to wait. So we're trying to be those, not be those guys. But anyway, so today we're gonna kind of give our reaction to kind of everything that's going on to it. Going on with the season and how we felt about it. And I mean, just kind of general reaction for me is just like, big roller coaster ride for sure of a season. Just from the start, kind of being more backstory based, kind of chill, laid back, at least for even the beginning of the beginning, and then kind of towards the end of that first kind of arc of the backstory of Gojo's backstory, and then just going into, well, I guess Gojo and a lot of the older, more senior sorcerers' backstory, and then just going into just insanity. So I don't know. How did y'all take it? I don't think all of us pretty much watched it, as it went. So.
I loved Gojo's backstory part, man. That was so good. It was, I don't know, like I was not ready for the kind of M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end there, right? Right. But yeah, like I really, really, really liked all of that part. And then I told you this, Matt, too, that watching it dubbed, it was like, I don't know. I'm a dub lover in general, but like having Itadori's voice is so bad.
It's terrible.
Comparatively,
it's awful.
Comparatively, it's really doesn't work. I mean, like his voice is just so kind of like light. And even when Itadori goes into serious mode, he still has this light voice, like this kid, at heart voice. Right. So I don't know, it just doesn't really work out. But other than the casting, I think after that part, I didn't have any idea what was happening. No idea what was happening after that part at all. Fight after fight after fight, and for no reason it seemed, it was just like, hey, you need to die, you need to die, you need to die. I was like, oh god, okay, what is happening? But overall thoughts.
Learn from season 1, it's on site with these people,
right?
Jumping people on site,
right?
That is definitely true. But it seemed like there was in between them fighting for doing training and stuff, it was like, okay, we're going to this house and this is haunted here, so we fight these group of people,
right?
And they didn't really do that this time. They were just like, hey, there's a bunch of fucking demons and you just gotta kill them, dude. Everybody.
Right.
So I don't know, it was crazy. I don't know, what overall thoughts, Alonso? What do you got?
Overall thoughts, I thought it was a great season. First off, I want to shout out to the animators, because it came out like the studio Mappa was running them ragged to near death. So shout out to them. At some points the quality dropped off, but I'm not going to hold it against them. Just judging the story, I give the story a 9. That first arc with the backstory, I thought it was like a slice of life murder game type story, and I was like, I'm here for this. I love this, and it was so great to see. I truly felt old girl was going to have a good happy ending. And then the M. Night Shyamalan twist happened, and I was like, oh damn, got her head popped.
We all thought.
New main characters, right?
and then they had Gojo getting caught lacking in the first arc. I was like, damn, that's some cold shit right there. With the what's his name, Toji, the big dude in the white shirt. I'd never seen that happen in my life. Never seen it coming. And then Gojo got caught lacking again in the other arc. So I'm just like, damn, they really made this man look like a fool.
Right.
But it was good stuff. The second part, all the action, with Yuji and the gang, it was a little bit much, a little spastic at times. That's why I dropped it to a 9. But I come to like people dying in anime because
oh my god,
I mean, I like a good dark story sometimes.
Thank you for saying
it's refreshing to see that they kill off people and they don't have any bullshit like, oh, we can bring them back with the magic Dragon Balls, or we can bring them back or they weren't really dead.
Right.
We can use the power of friendship to bring them back. And I'm just like, okay, other shows have done this, but this show here, they killed them. They killed them good. Like, I guess I don't want to bring up their names, but a lot of people died, and I'm happy for it right now.
I mean, that's why we waited so we can bring up the names. So I'll bring up the names. First off, Nanami died. He dead. He done. I mean, that man. If you ain't catch Nanami died, if social media didn't spoil that for you, I don't know how you didn't get spoiled because you must not be watching. So I'm gonna assume you don't care if it's spoiled by now. That man died terribly in an awful way. Like that man worked. Did probably his worst life. The worst thing that could have happened, he worked so much overtime, then died. That's like his life philosophy is to not have to work overtime. And he had to work all that just to die. And then he's just dreaming of vacation by the end of it, And it's like, for his, I felt like, so much I want to go off of what you just said. But I was like, they're sticking with this. For Nanami's death, like, I felt like it was obvious that it was about to happen because the way they drew it out, right? You kind of knew, by the beginning of that episode, really by the end of the episode before, that was about to happen. But then, like, they really drew it out because they had this, like, half his body torched for one. And then I felt like it would have even been, the way they had it happen, I feel like it could have maybe been a little bit more respectful to the character. Like, it kind of went out kind of weak. Like, you could at least gave him a real shot at fighting Patchface rather than this BS roundabout way. But I feel like a lot of this season was built in a way to just make Mahito, I think is his name, of Patchface, the least favorite person in anime. I feel like that was the point of the first season, of this whole second season rather. And like, they did it because I hated that jigga for majority of the second season. Like, when is he dying, man? Today needs to be the day. And every time you think he's this close to dying, here goes some BS, and he like off somebody else, or he slithers out of it with some bullcrap. And I'm like, first of all, this jigga's technique is getting way too broad spanning. He can do everything, like everything, and it was getting a bit ridiculous, But yeah, I did not like that, and I think I talked to Rob a little bit about this, but I was like, I feel like I would have preferred he die the first season. Where we thought he was going to die in the first season with Mahito activating his domain. I'm like, okay, respect. You got this man, his first activation of his domain, and that's how you get off. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, you really had this man in a corner, and you the one that triggered it anyway, because you really had him in a corner that he even went to that level. So, like, he really put in work, and so it's a respectful way to go out, because you go out to his strongest technique, right? Rather than she go out to this little tink and blow up, I'm like, oh, come on, bro. You can't do Nanami like that. But they did, with no remorse, bro.
Yeah, I also feel that, like, I don't know, like, right before he died, he was fighting the, like, fish guy, right, in that other domain, right? And I was like, and he didn't feel like a true character as, like, all the other ones, right? They didn't really give him, like, story. They didn't really give him, he was just like, all right, I'm stronger than everybody, and that's all you need to know. And then he goes in and he goes ham, and he's fighting everybody, and everybody's running away from him because he's strong, but like, is he really like a character that
right,
you seem like you would put against one of the mains, like Nanami, right? And yeah, and I also feel like Yeah, like Alonso say, I do like a good mind numbing fight. Like I do like just lights show, you know? Like I like that sometimes. That's good. But sometimes it's like you know, there's nothing of substance. We make this um comparison to God of High School all the time. Like at the
Yeah,
end of God of High School, there's nothing of substance happening. It's
yeah,
just a light show.
yeah.
You know,
That's it.
it's just fights.
And this is all
And
plot.
right. And I felt the same near the end of this season. I felt the same way where I was like, I don't really think they care about the plot here. They want random these people to fight these people, period. And that's
Right,
it. Like when Blood Dude, I don't know his name, but when he comes out and he goes, "Oh, Itadori's my brother," right? And
right.
for no
Like,
reason,
out
and
of
just
what?
yeah, and then starts
You
fighting
tried to murder
Crashface.
him.
I'm like, what is happening? What is
Tried to
actually
murder this
happening?
man.
Yeah,
His whole point of living was to murder this man for the entire season. Now he's his brother. I'm like, okay, so we negated the fact that he murdered your other two brothers. That's negated.
right.
Done. Under the water. I'm like, okay, I guess. I'm like,
Blood is thicker than other blood, you know?
apparently, man, because he forgot all about them other chickens. He's like, what was their name? I don't know. This guy kind of cold, ain't he? Like,
Yeah.
okay, dang, dude. Like, I can rock with this dude. He a brother. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh my freaking gosh, bro. Like, and go on. Go on.
I don't know. And then Elijah, what do you feel about them bringing back you know, white shirt guy? I don't remember his name, but the super strong guy who's like,
Yeah, told you.
Yeah,
Toji. Yeah. What do you feel about them bringing him back and giving him no screen time? Right? Like he gets one fight and he's done, and then he's just sitting in the background. Now, I'm like, are we not like? I get that the whole world is being destroyed right now by Sukano, but what what's happening with that guy? Is he just watching? You know, it's like okay, whatever.
I mean, he got his daddy son moment.
Yeah,
When he
yeah,
died, you know, that's all he needed.
But they did
It
exactly
doesn't make
what
any
you
sense.
said. But they did exactly what you said you didn't want, and they did that bullcrap where they reincarnate someone to bring them back
That's
to
true.
life. They Dragon Balled him, bro. And the explanation was so stupid. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we bring people back to life by using cursed energy or cursed technique, right?" But the reason we couldn't control him is because he has no cursed energy, so we couldn't control him. And I'm like, then how you summon him back, man? Like, what the freak? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Like, I'm like, okay, like, it literally makes no sense. Oh yeah, so he could just keep walking eternally because he has no cursed energy. So I'm like, so he doesn't just die instantly because he has no cursed energy? Like, the shell doesn't just fall apart? Like, I'm like, okay, dude, I okay, whatever y'all want to say to just bring this guy back into a current state of things. They couldn't leave him in the past, but like, whatever.
It felt like Itachi when they brought him back in the war, and he's just like, no. you don't bring me back. You know? I decide when I come back.
Right?
Yeah, it was like, okay, that's weird. Right.
And like you said, he's just too strong of a character. So he comes in. First off, he comes in. They're like, oh, he's a mindless, beast. He's just fighting whatever. But I'm like, okay. So he jumps into this world, beats the freak out of Dragon Fishman, then jumps out of that, and like you said, just throws hands temporarily, and then just fights his son for a while. And I'm like, and I guess that was the point of it, was to have that moment, but it still didn't actually feel like it contributed anything to like really anyone, because it's like he just disappeared and killed himself or whatever, like re-killed himself, I guess, after like basically realizing, oh, this is my son, and but never actually conveying that point or passing on anything, like give him your weapon or something, like I don't know, dude, pass on your family secrets, something, dude, I don't know.
No,
like
he
he
did
a
it
crap
right.
dad.
That's how a deadbeat dad should.
You know what? Maybe you're right, man. Like, but I thought he was gonna at least try and redeem himself. But I guess you know what? Be true to your deadbeat ways. That's what you should do. Hey, that's right. You're right. At least they didn't let that man try and redeem himself totally. Like, let's go get some ice cream, son. like, with my limited time, you know. But I don't know. That one, those things especially, like you guys have already hit on, have been like some of the things that annoyed me the most. And like you said, like it kind of just lost the plot. I agree with you, Robert, and I agree with you, Alonzo. Both of y'all that the first half, the backstory was like again really really enjoyable,
Like,
and then just kind of But go ahead.
Yeah, by itself, I'm saying that.
Yeah,
I would give that like a 10. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like that first part,
Mm-hmm.
like
yeah.
premium anime.
It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. And then they just derailed it completely. And like I
Mhm.
don't and it doesn't make sense to me as a watcher because if you watch the first season, like they do a great job of storytelling and building the world and explaining pretty much everything, you know, as best as you can explain an anime. And I'm like, okay, great. I get this as well as I'm supposed to get it, you know? And it's like, all right, cool. And they do that again they kind of double down on that by the first half of the second season and explaining further about Gojo's powers, his backstory, you know, Megami's backstory, his dad, that whole thing. Like they explain even further and give you more explanation of the lore, which is great, which is what you want as an anime, you know, as an anime watcher and fan, explanation and understanding of the world. So it's great. But then it's like just totally God of High School's the end. And I'm just like, but you just did the opposite of everything you've done right, you know? Everything you've done right, you just undid it, you know. Which is, I won't say undid it, but they didn't stick true. And I don't know if that's partly, I don't know if that's how the manga went, and it just went like that in the manga. And if that's the case, then it is what it is. But like, it's just strange, like how well they were doing with just pacing and story building, and then just totally just went out the threw that out the window with their pacing and story building with the second half of the season. But again, some of the fight scenes were great. But yeah,
That's exactly what I was gonna say about the second half is pacing. Like, and it's the problem with manga like that in general, where it's like, okay, well, all right, I just want to pack this season full of whatever I can,
yeah,
and in some cases they don't do enough explaining some parts, and then it leaves us feeling like rushed, and yeah, I mean, again, it still doesn't make the. I mean, the season is still very good, right?
yeah,
We're not saying
it
that,
is.
but
No.
it's just like comparing to a straight story that was season one to now this all of these things happening in the last like 6 episodes. It just feels
Right.
like what's happening, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Just every episode past the halfway point just left your head spinning a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Any other thoughts, Alonzo?
I don't know. It was cool to see Sukuna again going up against the fire guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was a ridiculous
going
fight.
up.
Insane.
Guy brought down a meteor, fireball, destroyed the city. He ain't have a scratch on him. He was just like,
Crazy.
"Oh, you thought you did something. I'll admit you were strong, but you ain't shit."
May as well have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I love how he always lets him get to the last move, right? Like he's like fighting him the whole time, and he's just like, all right, this is cool, this is fun, this is nice. And he's like, all right, now that you did your last move, I'm gonna do my last move, and you're done. Well, you could have started off with the last move and killed him in a second, but okay, that was a fun, good job destroying the city or whatever.
Right. He was like that dude that we play in like a fighting game. He's really good already, and he's like trying to get you into it. He just wants you to get into it enough that he can feel like he's in a fight, and then he just tears you up. Like he just beats the crap out of you. You're just like, just do that from the beginning, so I can not have to deal with this. I don't want to have hope that I might win, and it just gets slowly destroyed. Like, come on, man.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, Sukuna is an absolute savage. I mean, he's a savage among savages for sure. He has no regard for life, for human or curse. He doesn't care about nobody. Clearly, I mean, yeah. So I mean, it was really interesting to see like kind of, and they're still saying my thing is they're still saying this is not even near his full power, right? And I'm like, what it looks like is he is vastly stronger than everything else, and this isn't his full power. So I'm like, what exactly were y'all going to do against him to actually kill him?
Right.
Like, because if he could just come out, pretty much whenever Itadori is in like serious danger, then how are you gonna kill this guy? How are you gonna execute him? Like now they finally pulled up. What's the dude's name? Is it Yuta something? What's his name? The yeah, the legendary special class freshman dude that they're bringing back in, like, and they're still getting him to be able to assassinate this guy. And I'm like, this guy, the guy just leveled the whole city while playing. He was not serious. He was playing, and you're thinking that this one dude now can take him. Mind you, the one dude that y'all had pinned everything else on, Gojo, is sitting in a box right now. And y'all gonna send the kid out and think he can take Sukuna after what you just saw? Bro, my man had seasoned warriors, seasoned cursed sorcerers, like, over here playing red light. Like, don't go nowhere till I snap my fingers, nigga. Then you could go. Seasoned, like, come on, bro. And you gonna sit? I'm not saying he's not cold. I'm sure he's cold. We know he's cold, but you're talking about what looks to be by far the strongest dude in this universe, this anime universe, and you sending out this special grade kid sorcerer. Okay, all right, we'll see. Like, but I don't think it sounds like it's going to be a successful execution, but we will see.
Agreed. And also the very ending when they're like, the whatever that guy's name is who summons all the souls, right? And he's like, I I opened my domain across the whole world, and I can connect all of the people who I've made bonds with, and
right.
And by the way, it's not all humans, and it's just fucking starts summoning all these. I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
So you're telling me this man's just been making these packs, and y'all just been watching him this whole time? Like, for how long? Because it's like thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of these things coming out. So I'm like, how long has he been sitting here making these packs, and he just been sitting back like, he ain't gonna do nothing with them, though. I bet he not gonna do nothing with them, right? That's crazy.
Right?
Anyways.
And I'm like, yeah, it's concerning. It's concerning for their world with how much power. I'll say, I mean, anime always, makes the bad guys really, really strong, right? Mm-hmm. But man, I'm saying, like, I don't see a logical way you beat Sukuna if he finds a way to separate from Itadori, or I'm sure Itadori won't become Sukuna. I'm sure that can't happen. But if I don't really see a logical way to beat him in this world. So I'm like, he can't come out. He surely has to, like, somehow, not be suppressed by Itadori. But I'm also trying to figure out what he's been doing with this, like, he said, like, he gets 1 minute a day or something like that of time or something. I forget what the pack was. They made season 1, where he can't have the memory of it and everything like that. And like that was like their deal for like bringing Itadori back to life or whatever. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what has he been doing with that minute or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, because I'm like, and I guess he's had like the subordinates now, which I'm assuming that's part of what he's been doing with the minute, is getting subordinates together. But then it's like, I'm like, dude, like, if he just did all this in, like, I don't know what time period this was technically, probably like a few minutes, like leveled the whole city with this fight. So I'm like, dude, I don't know what he's doing in this 1 minute, this unrecognized and unrecorded 1 minute that he has a day or whatever it is. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's not looking good for the cursed sorcerers. I'll say
that. Agreed. And yeah, I feel like the almost like Nine-Tailed Fox kind of thing, where it's like, you got to keep it in you, or it's gonna fucking level everything. Yeah. So just keep it in you. That's what they're doing with him right now. It's like, I mean, obviously that doesn't work all the time.
Does not. It does not. I can confirm it does not. That city can also confirm it does not. Yeah. Oh my freaking gosh! Was it Shibuya? Yeah, Shibuya. Yeah. Level Shibuya, man. Didn't get to visit yet. Thank goodness that's not real life, man. I was like, I don't know if I could have gone to Shibuya like too soon after watching that anime. Like Been a little bit hesitant, dude. Like, ain't that the McDonald's? Like, nah, bro. You gonna catch me on them streets, not that soon. Give me a few minutes. But yeah, man. Good. All in all, though, we talked a little bit of crap about it, but again, it's very, very good. Very, very good. Second season. I don't feel like it's quite as good as the first, for me. Not quite as good as the first season in totality, but still very good. I think I gave like an 8 out of 10 total. I gave the first season like a 9, probably like a 9.5. I could have at a 10, but very close to a 10 for me. But yeah, really, really good. And I watched it all consecutively because I rewatched all the first season just so I can like really fully remember everything, and that was good to kind of keep myself fully aware of what's going on in the show. So, but yeah, again, still very, very good, but just had potential. And just the frustration comes from the potential for it to have been like a 10 out of 10 show, like truly legendary art. And for some people, it still is. And I get if you're like a really big, heavy fight anime person that you still probably think it's a 10 out of 10. I can get that. But for me, like as a person that kind of likes the balance in my anime, likes the storytelling parts of it and the story building and the pacing parts of it, and appreciates the good pacing. That's what makes it drawback. And then like we've already said, so like that's the frustration. It's like it's not that it's bad, it's very good, but it could have been absolutely elite. I think undisputedly, but them's the breaks, and we'll see. Season 3, I'm still very excited. But please, yeah, let the Mappa folks get a break, bro. They working hard. They've been putting out all kinds of anime this year.
Right,
bangers at that.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, and yeah, I like to know. I like to know what's happening, and if they're building up to something, even making everything collapse on the next season too. I mean, I'm down for that too. But it just it just feels like, okay, we're doing all these things, so it's going to collapse at the end of the season, and it gets to the end of the season, it's just like, all right, no, it's like you still know nothing.
Right.
Wait until season 3. It's like, okay.
Exactly. But I mean, not any more final thoughts. Then let's move on to the main topic today.
Yeah, the actual topic.
But this is kind of a short one, which we probably kind of felt like we could do this. So, and this one is all about, talked about Nani in this one, talked about Gojo in this, talked about all these kind of characters, and a lot of them have a lot of swagger, a lot of charisma, what we call drip nowadays for the young folks, man. So, we want to talk about kind of some of the drippiest characters in anime. The dudes that have got the most charisma, the most swagger, dudes that be the cleanest, man, out here in anime. And so that's what we kind of go into today. We got a couple for you guys and some honorable mentions, I'm sure. So without further ado, we'll get into the main topic. And Robert, why don't you start us off? Who's your first pick? First draft pick?
Okay, so the first thing that I went to was I was thinking about, I separated this a little bit, but first ones I'm thinking about is like regular clothes kind of thing. Like, all right, these are not any garbs or not any fighting things. These are just regular clothes. Now, I'm gonna preface this one to say this is from Dr. Stone. Here, I'm gonna put him up here. This is my dude. Old man Kasuki. Look, so just to set this up, right? So they needed to build this cart that he's sitting in, right? So they needed to build something. So they wanted more people engaged in the town or whatever. So they had to figure out how to get more people engaged, and then they figured out that what would be best is if there was incentive to be engaged in the town. So they created this money system economics, but they were like, what are they going to buy with this new money? And so then they started making these clothes. And the first time this guy came out, I was like, what is happening with old man Kazuki? He is swagger to the 100th degree, dude. Man, with the beard braided too. I was like,
the beard braid sets it off, bro. That joke is crazy.
What is happening? Oh man. This is too good. And even like in the show, this man is like super muscular, is always ripping out of his clothes all the time.
Right.
But like this is the the style he chooses when he's trying to like seriously think about style. That's so funny. But yeah, this is one of my this is the first one I'm thinking of.
That's crazy.
Bro got the baddie in the back too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true, man. Oh, that's crazy, man. Braided beard in the front, baddie in the back. What else do you want from this man, dude? Let's go. That's crazy. Yeah, man, that dance clean, man. I love a good suit, man. So I gotta appreciate this. And he's got the cufflinks on it too, dude. He got a little bit of drip on the wrist, I think. Is that a little bit of drip on the wrist? Oh, okay, like. But the Cartier is on. Dude is killing the game, man. And had to get his girl some in the back. Man, I'm telling you, come on, bro.
And this is also when Risui just got added to the group, and he's like a pirate guy. I guess he's not really a pirate, but he's like a sailor, and he's all about owning things, and like in a lot of his like flashbacks to where he lived. I mean, he's surrounded by like crazy clothes. He's surrounded by women. He's surrounded by gold. Right. But then when this part comes up, he's like, I don't care about dressing up. That's not the thing I want. I want to own other stuff, right? And then you see him dressed. Comes out of the off the ship, and he's like, all right, when I care about dressing up, this is what it looks like.
Right.
Again, killing the game, dude.
Yeah.
Stone Age. Like that's
right in the Stone Age.
Bro, in the Stone Age. That's crazy. Yeah, right. By far, bro.
Main girl made it by hand. Yeah.
That's crazy. They ain't by hand, dude. Right. Some sweatshop ish. You should not be doing that. You should not be doing that in real life.
Right.
Good start. Strong start. Yeah. Strong start, man. I don't know, man. Lonzo, you guys are a tough one to follow up. I did not see that coming at all. So
wait till we get to my honorable mentions. So I was like, the ones that beat him, like he beat. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't have anything on that level. I'm mainly focused on like character design and the charisma of the character itself. So not so much the drip, but they still have their own unique style that I wanted to point out. But my first guy is my guy Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, specifically his Part 3 design. So I wanna tell a story about Jotaro. So we're introduced to him in Part 3. He's in a prison cell, and he's only 17 at the time, but this man has the stature and muscle definition and the weight about him of a man that has like 4 baby mamas or something like that. This man is huge. It's crazy. And the crazy thing is he's in a jail cell with a pistol. Like he kept that thing on him while he was being detained by the police. So when we're introduced to him, he puts the gun to his head and pulls the trigger. Now, I wish I had that type of confidence, but I digress. But anyway, his character design is sort of badass because of his stature, his demeanor, his muscle definition. It goes hard. So let me see.
Confidence is crazy.
I want to do this. So this is my guy Jotaro. Picture from the internet. Okay. So we got him in the long black trench coat, like modified trench coat student uniform. I guess. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, there you go. He got the blackness. He got the colorful belts. He got
2 belts.
Two belts.
2 belts, no bracelets. You know what I'm saying? He got the chain in the collar. Look at this.
He said, I gotta wear my chain, man.
He don't wear it around his neck. He wears it in the collar. And then he has the hat, the magical hat that has divided people where does the hat end and the hair begin? This isn't great history, but in the anime, you question yourself like, does the hat morph into the hair? You don't even know. Like it's crazy. But this design is truly iconic for me. Like it's just a great look
Oh
because
gosh.
he pulls it off. He looks badass. Like he got the hat to the side, got the eyes looking crazy, man. And then he also shows up in like parts 4, 5, and 6 with different designs. Granted, with less muscle definition each time, but still, he still has drip, and I respect it. This guy will take your girl.
Yo, bro, my man.
Truly.
I mean, my man got the chain on the side of the collar, dude. That's bro. My man said I'm different, man. That's like, you gotta respect it, man. You guys gotta respect it. Like, I don't even watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and I still know this dude. So his reputation precedes himself. I mean, and that's part of drip, bro. You don't have to be in the room, and they still already know you, man. Like this man is about it, man. You don't even gotta know the show, and you know him. Like he's really about that life. That's all you gotta know about this man.
It takes a true man to pull off a purple shirt. You know, this man is killing it, man. You say something to you. Say something to her, I dare you. And look at that, and he, like you said, setting hair trends, man. That's gonna be the future. Hat. It's gonna be a new thing. You go to your barber, he hits you up with a hat fade.
Hey, you might be onto something. You need to trademark that one.
Like I said, man, what is that? What does that second belt even do? I mean, who cares? Who cares?
Hey man, he need one to keep the pants up, one to whoop your tail with. Man. What you talking about, man?
It's like, yo, that's a weapon. That's a weapon. I get the chain on my collar. That's a weapon. Got two belts. One of them's a weapon. Man,
hey, that's crazy.
I agree. Like you said, I haven't really seen much of JoJo either, but still no Jotaro, definitely. Icon.
Oh my gosh. Right? Straight up, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, guess it's my turn. I mean, y'all starting real strong, so I can't even like. I'm not even gonna be on y'all's level, but you know, I'm just throwing mine out there because my man's is a king among kings, though. That's what I'll tell you. That man is already conquered. That man has already won. I mean, from childhood, my man was already racking up the wins, man. This man from Magi is Sinbad, dude. That man is that guy, bro, in every sense of the word, man. If you watch Magi, man, first off, this man is so much that guy, they gave him a spinoff of just his childhood, where even during his childhood, he was still that guy, bro, already. My man is by far the coolest character in this show, bro. My man got gentlemanly. He got chiseled features, bro. He got the colorful hair, man. You talking about the cut muscular figure, bro. My man is about that, and you already know he got the magic too, man. And the subordinates, my man got the money, the subordinates, the strongest nation, bro. Everybody be asking him for handouts, man. Everybody asks this man for a handout, man. That man is Sinbad for real, bro. Like true conqueror, true king, bro. Man is crazy strong. Like, and on top of that, like I said, bro, he just carries himself always from childhood, like we said, with like this maturity, this confidence, man, this swagger, man, and we just like from the beginning, he's always been a dude that's like everyone in the show seems like look up to and count on, like even the main character, you know. So, man, dude, and I'm not even gonna hold you. I found like one of the coldest pictures of this man. I'm just like, I'm like, all right, like if you got a dude and you walking up, and this is how he presented himself, like, bro, I don't even know what you can do. What you can do, like, if a man walk up and he like this on you. What you supposed to do, man? Like, what I'm supposed to do with 2 chains on? My man chain. My man is just dripped in gold right now, bro. My man got dripped in gold. My man got the magical sword with his gin equip. You already know. And my man got the chalice already, bro. With the that's the enchanted liquid in that chalice, bro. I mean, only the finest of drinks for this man. Like, I mean, he's the type of dude he don't have to look at you. He got his eyes closed in the picture, man. He don't got to look at you because there's nothing to look at. There's nothing to see here, man. Like, the guy is just different, bro. That's all I can say. Like, my man's, like I said, this is not even a flex. This is just how he has to live, man. This is just how he has to live. Just, ain't nothing else he can use besides all gold everything. Like, nothing else is worthy of this man. So this is just how he is. And so, I mean, we're talking about one of the strongest characters in the show, maybe the strongest character in the show. Talk about the dude, like I said, already a conquering king, swagger, demeanor, good. I mean, he got great subordinates. Subordinates are strong. The subordinates are strong enough to go and make their own kingdoms, but they still follow this dude because he's that much more respectable and stronger than everyone else that's in this world, right? And like, even when he's fighting, bro. Even when he's fighting, you think he can't go out and fight in all that drip, man. He can't go. He over here, all this gold. I'm like, no, bro. When he fighting, he put the gin equip on. He still dripped out, bro. I mean, all in blue. My man got the electricity, bro, man. You know why? Because he's shocking how good this man looks. That's why, man. You can't deal with this man. Like, he's that guy, bro. Like, we got the dragon scale on him, man. My man got the shirt, brother. First off, the chains always there. I mean, always got the chains on, even middle of the fight. Don't even mess with him. And then
that chain don't even do nothing. It's just there for intimidation.
Right, I mean, it's cold, bro. That's all I would say. Like, again, that's all I can say. My man's in fight, out of fight. He always ready. He's always clean. That's all I can say, man.
Put that first picture back up. that man's chains. He got a chain made out of gold bars.
It's the thickest chain, bro.
I love the all gold everything. Like, where the hell is Trinidad James? Where is it's been a long time since I heard from that man. I hope he's doing all right.
Oh my gosh. This is a shout out to Trinidad James, bro. This is your sign to come back, bro. This is your time, bro. Because Sinbad didn't one up you, man. Don't go out like that. Nah, man, this guy is cold.
This is
bro.
A sick design right here. This is a cool picture. I mean,
right,
just all the jewelry, the ornaments. You can't compete with that. What do you do? What do you do to a man that has everything? What do you give him? You walk up to this, you see this, you just blinded by the light. You just bow down in awe. Oh my God.
You were the leader now. I don't know.
Like, oh my gosh, bro. And my only thing I could even say is my man do got the Peter Pan shoes on though, bro. Like, but you know what, bro? He's so fly, he can have the Peter Pans. Right? That's why he has to have the Peter Pan. He's too fly.
Yeah. Again, another purple, another whole purple dress. That man don't care. I was like, this is what the sword is for. I got it right in front of you. Say something.
Say something, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. He's great. Great character. Watch that though. Magi. Good-ish. Oh my gosh.
All right. My next thoughts were about royal garbs. That's the one I was thinking of. One that came up was a show I watched recently. Lonzo, I know you also watched this. Wait, either you or Matt, I can't remember. But here's my My God, I gotta zoom in a bit. Fatinas is the next one I got. Again, I mean, it's hard to say that it's really his royal garb, but you know this man is of royalty by how he is. And yeah, similar to what Alonzo said about like demeanor too. I mean, like this man, literally, Mr. Steal Your Girl, like he just goes up and just like, I know you want me, period.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Like,
he does.
Like there's no, I don't have to ask or nothing. I can see it in your eyes, like how he did to John or whatever. Like
yeah.
Immediately, and yeah, again, um, style is super cool. His power is super cool. Where he's like, he'll open the book and all these, words turn into like electric power. It just seems crazy from the book. So again, that is, I don't know. It wasn't. I don't think that really was done before his showing power coming out of a book like that. I know it was done before. Anyways, great style. I love how they made him in the show, and he's a good like contradiction from his counterpart there.
Yeah,
who's like dark skin, wears lighter clothes, and he's like light skin and wears all these dark clothes. But anyways, super cool.
That's true.
And and yeah, like I said, he just has the again swagger on 100, man. He's max level. He just, all right. I know you want me, but nah, I don't want you. Like, and I know he had to like swat away like 2-3 girls in this anime or whatever, and then he's got it, and he got with one other one, right? So it's just, I don't know, just one of the few where he's definitely. But yeah, that was fine.
You know what? I haven't finished the show. I watched the first 11 episodes of the first season. I think there were like 24. I can't remember. But I do remember this guy going ham on the women.
Yeah.
And he had the style, he had the demeanor, the swagger to do it. So yeah, he's a good pick.
Yeah. Again, not what I would expect, but I do see where you're going from, because I mean it's the confidence with this guy. I mean, like you said, it's the confidence. Like he go up to that girl. She was like, I don't want nothing to do with you. He was like, girl, yes you do. Girl, yes you do. You want everything to do with me. And he just keep running. Every time you run into her, he hit her with that line. Every time you run into her, hit her with a line, bro. He be ready. His game is on 100 when it comes to girl. He be ready for the game every time, bro. Had that girl over there fighting this man initially, right? Every time. Now she trying to fight him. She get weak in the knees. My man is game is on 100, man. And like you said, definitely everybody it's kind of like more of a Victorian era sort of thing, and everybody's kind of has those kind of garbs on. But even amongst that, he still stands out, like you said. So there's the contrast in the skin and the clothes, and like you said, the pops of the blue and all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, but see how he wears his coat just on one side and shit. Like, he's like, I know the girl's gonna make me take it off, so I just keep it on one shoulder.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's a good pick though. Interesting pick. Oof, boy, that was funny.
Well, my next pick, I picked more because of his character design. So my character is Shin from Kingdom. Now on this show, we actually get to grow up with Shin, and that's kind of rare in shows these days. You don't actually get to grow up with the character, like see them progress age by age, see their character models change over time. It's pretty cool to see that happen, because this boy he started out as a servant, and he was poor as hell, lived in a shack. And then he eventually becomes a warrior in the army, and now he is out leading people in Kingdom Season 5. He has his own group of like 10,000 people he commands, and he has his own armor, his own poleaxe. So he just looks bad. So I mean, bad in a good sense, you know. Michael Jackson
Gotcha.
bad, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But with this armor, it's like he went from rags to riches to baddest bitches. You know, he just shot up. He had to glow up. So
Yeah,
let me share this. There we go. This is my boy Shin with the blue armor, with the big ass poleaxe, silver. He just looks like dominant, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the blue undershirt, that's still his rags from when he was a servant. He ain't never forget where he came from.
He ain't forgot his root. I like that. Yeah.
I respect that. But man, the armor just brings it all together. He got the muscles. He just looks like he can go on a battlefield and just take people down. And that's my guy. That's my G right there. But it's just so cool with the show. We get to grow up with him. We can see him mature physically, emotionally, mentally, and it's just cool to see what he's become a tactical warrior who gets the job done. And his character design is pretty cool too. So I'm hoping to see more of Shin, hoping to see make his goal of being a great general and see what else he can bring to the table in his design. But this is my guy.
You know, I wonder if this is how they try to do often, where it's like this, like serious fighter, rage guy, and they have him dress him in these real cool colors, right? Like nice calming colors almost. Like, all right, all these blue, and he's gonna be, and then he comes out that he's just like, no, I'm here to kill. I'm here to destroy everything. Yeah, like, yeah, like super cool style. Reminds me of Sub-Zero a little bit, like but yeah,
I can see that.
I mean, yeah, man's killing the game.
Yeah.
On the battlefield.
Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I remember seeing his cause I haven't watched all of Kingdom, but I remember seeing him for the first season, and yeah, he's like, like I said, he just has like the little tunic, like the rag tunic, the blue rag tunic. And it's like, that's kind of crazy. Like, yeah, like you said, they glow up from the rag tunic to like this looking like blue dragon scale armor. Like that man's came out, I mean, surely the cleanest dude on the battlefield. I mean, until he starts putting in work. but like, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Like that's a crazy glow up. And then, like you said, I mean, even he has like the arm guards to match too. Those are cool. And like you said, even the tunic low key kind of got a little bit of an upgrade, because the tunic got like the little nice little like Roman little design around the neck and like the little joint down the left side there. I'm like, okay, that's a little decent right there. So I'm like, yeah, definitely cold. Like cool little fit, cool character design, and like got the hair nice and like growing out a little bit. Oh, it has the spikes on the shoulders too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so
what are those for? Like, how are they going to be used? Shoulder bump.
Hey, look, man, I don't got no friends. Don't tap me on my shoulder, bro. Got no friends on this battlefield. That's pretty good though. My second one is less about growing up, and actually, I guess he is kind of like a glow up story in his own way, but in a lot shorter span than in Kingdom. He's definitely not like a full child, but you do throughout not the anime yet, but in the manga, he definitely grows up a whole lot, and it's a little bit faster than in Kingdoms though. But then, as you kind of see, he definitely has I mean, we talk about glow ups with this man, but with this man Shin, but ain't no glow ups like my man Jin. Sung Jin Woo, aka Sung Drip Woo, man. The coldest dude in manhwa history. And if you haven't started watching Solo Leveling, the anime, you need to start watching it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, I promise. But I'm just gonna say, like, this man, Sung Woo from Solo Leveling, like I said, biggest glow up story, one of the biggest glow up stories. Definitely in manhwa, probably the biggest one of the most powerful manhwa in history. But the character himself, oh my freaking gosh, dude! First off, from what he comes from, for one, he never forgets where he comes from. The demeanor is just always like cool, calm, collected, like but ruthless when he has to be. But when he needs to be, he's caring and always cares about his family and holds them down and makes sure they're taken care of. Like, I mean, he's just that dude, man. And like, he comes from really, really humble beginnings, just trying to take care of his family, risking his life every day in these dungeons. And eventually, I'm not gonna put any spoilers, but eventually he grows up and he glows up, man. And this was like one of the peak times where you see like the man glowed up, man. It's a simple fit, but it's the all black, the slim chiseled features. You know what I'm saying? We got the nice top mohawk fade junk going. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man is clean, bro. The all is you never go wrong with all black, man. You never go wrong with all black for one, bro. But you already see the cameras flashing in the background because our man already got all eyes on him at all times. Like, he's just that man. He got paparazzi on him, and he not even trying, man. This ain't nothing but a simple fit for him. It's something slight, but he himself, just the way he is just too dripped out. That's why he sung "Drip Woo," man. And again, he lives up to that on and off the battlefield. I wanted to show our picture from the battlefield, but I didn't want to spoil anything with people watching the anime that haven't read the manga. So I'm gonna leave it. But I'm just saying, this man, and you'll see it more you watch it. And I've urged both of these guys to read this manual, which I don't think either of them has finished it. But calling out on this podcast. But yeah, man, like, one of the greatest glow ups, man. And the dude, like I said, it's all about his demeanor, all about his character. Because the man is just cool, calm, and collected. He never forgets where he comes from, the people that help him, and he's just, like I said, man, he just does whatever it takes to get the job done, and does it in just the coldest ways, man. So yeah, and
I don't think there's a girl in the in the manhwa that doesn't see his drip. Like,
right.
isn't impacted by it. This man had a what I remember the reading the first time where he gets back and he's like, upgrading whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
his nurse goes into his room and she's like, oh. She's like stunned by it. She's like, all right, I know I'm your nurse, but can I get them digits?
What you trying to do, bro?
Like,
when you get out of here.
this man was impactful once he figured out his style there. So yeah, right. Crazy.
And this is just fan made. Oh, Lord. Because they just said his drip is too crazy, so they're like, Sung Drip Woo, man, mm-hmm. The Supreme, bro, the North Face, by any means necessary, This is what he's all about, bro. Mm-hmm. You gotta love fan art, bro.
Now, I can't read, man, so I won't be able to read the manhwa, but I am watching the show, and it's great so far. Mm-hmm. So hopefully it lives up to that. Hopefully I get to see Drip Woo. Yeah. He has a good look to him.
Yeah. I know this is...
Go ahead.
There's a bit of a tangent, but I am loving it. I love how much gore they're putting into it. I love how much they're just staying true to what I've read, and that is amazing. I haven't felt this I don't know, promising about something in a while, especially, like I said, the gore part. Like, even I was talking to Alonso about watching Goblin Slayer, and he's killing goblins, but he'll it'll pan the camera away or whatever, not showing the true gore that is Goblin Slayer anymore in the latest season. So I'm just like, this is what I've been waiting for. some true fights.
Yeah, I think that's my thing about it, without going on a tangent, because I definitely can go on a tangent about Solo Leveling, but I won't. But that's the thing I've been the happiest about, is they've just stayed true. That's all they had to do. They did not have to do anything else. They just have to stay true, because people that don't read manhwas are Korean manga, and they're all in color. So that's the big difference between those and regular manga. So because of that, there leaves a lot less room for imagination, as far as animation and color and color people's hairs, eyes, all that sort of stuff, So it's for me, it takes some of the guesswork out of the animation. So I feel like it was less of an excuse for them to make a really good job with the animation. But again, the manhwa is considered maybe probably the most successful and probably the most standout manhwa in history. So it's very, very, very important for a lot of people that it's gotten right, you know. So, and a lot of people were scared from those the trailers that it was going to be like some CG mess, and I was scared. And there was some rumors about them potentially changing the people's names to Japanese names, which again it's Korean, you know, Korean animation, so kind of takes away. Can't have Sung Drip Woo if it's Japanese because it's a Korean name, you know. So everyone was kind of a little distraught about that, which gladly they have not done that either. So the two biggest things that we were scared that were going to happen were they going to potentially do poorly in the animation, especially with some of these like some of the gore scenes, and because it's a very intense anime. I'm a very intense, you know, anime slash manhwa, and you don't want to lose that. So they've done a really good job of the animation so far. Voice actors are cool. And so far they've stayed true to the manual, which is all they have to do to make a great, to honestly make a 10 out of 10 story. All you have to do is stay true to the manual. That's all you have to do. I mean, there's nothing else that they need to do and animate everything well. And thus far, it looks like everything's gonna be animated well. And I hope it continues. That's all. I just don't want it to be let down. I'm so scared every week. I'm like, please just don't let me down. Please just don't let me down. Please just let me down. But I'm looking forward to this next week because then like they're gonna show some more of the good stuff this next week, and we're going to kind of get into more of the main story mode. So anyway, it's going to be really good. If you haven't started watching Solo Leveling, watch it, read it. It's fantastic watch, fantastic read. 200 chapters, and a little bit of a side story, and they're doing a spin-off too, which I'm not going to say anything about because if I tell you anything about it, then it kind of gives something away about the anime. So if you're going to watch the anime blind, then watch the anime blind. But if you read the manga or manhwa, you'll also really enjoy it. Anyway, that's my Solo Leveling tangent.
All right. Well, we going another round here, or is it?
I mean,
probably...
let's speed through this, shall we? Yeah. And you can just hit your honorable mentions and stuff while you're at it.
Okay, I can do that. Let me see. The last one I was talking about were fighting. So some characters that I like that were dressed while they were fighting, and the one that I chose here was is Alucard from Hellsing. Okay,
yeah,
I was like, this man just looks like a pimp. I'm just saying. He looks like a pimp.
Pimp named Alucard.
And that's kind of crazy, right? So, yeah. Anyways, my honorable mentions I have here. Okay, so you see where you have what's his name again? Aquamarine from for Oshinoko. I mean, this man, every person he interacted with was just like, okay, this man has something about him. Anyways, he doesn't even try. His drip's too good. All right. This is Ichigo.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Because I was like, I mean, I was looking this up, and they were just like, he's just the model for Bleach in general. Like they put him in so many different clothes, and like even his upgrades when he's fighting was also pretty good. My man, Alexander the Great. Yeah, he was one of them. Yeah, I mean, his whole everything about him is just super cool, and his garb was great in there. And this is the one I was telling you. I was like, bro, like how are you not gonna think about this guy? This guy,
yeah, you're right.
Soon as again, similar to the glow up, this man was looking like a dad while in school with his little vest on, and then he comes home and turns into this gawk
edgy guy, edgelord.
Yeah.
All emo, dude.
Right. And
Lelouch v Britannia.
Yeah. And I wanted this particular outfit too because it shows his you like oh man, I like the gold, I like the jeweled out, man.
Right.
He can have some style when he chooses. And I think
regal.
That was it. Oh, and then Naruto was and I like the Sage Mode
the Sage Code
cloak. was my favorite. Well, that and the Force coat. Force coat's also the best coat. But Sage was also very good.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Good ones. I mean, I gotta say, for sure, like my man Ichigo from Bleach, like that, he might be like, I don't know, bro. The stuff he wears the anime, it's like that shouldn't look cold, but it looks cold on you. Like that's such a stupid outfit, but it looks great on this guy. It's crazy. Like he's. I feel like if he was in real life, dude, he would have all the coat. He would have all those. He would have all those. Like he just has it, man. He just has it. But yeah, definitely some good picks, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lelouch, he has some great looks too.
Yeah, it does.
Good picks. Good picks.
It's regal.
Yeah, regal. That's the word.
So yeah, he was part of the royal one.
Yeah. My last pick is also a royalty. He's a prince, and I don't have any sort of honorable mentions. This is just my third pick, but Prince Vegeta and his Batman shirt with the pink shirt, pink button down, yellow pants, green shoes, Batman emblazoned on the back. Iconic look. I love it so much.
Oh, man.
I mean, this is drip to the max. And then he also has some other great looks, with his Saiyan armor, the shoulder pads. Like that's a great look. That's iconic as well. Definitely. Even in Dragon Ball GT, they had him like looking like a biker with a mustache. It was a pretty cool look too. So Vegeta's got it going on, even though he's a short king. We still love him around here. But
for sure,
that's all I wanted to say. Sinbad was my honorable mention, but Matt already covered him. I don't have any pictures of him.
Again, we're all definitely an inclusive podcast. We love the short kings. Even though I'm not that tall, so I don't know if I'm in that red category or not. I think I'm like an average height king, whatever. But yeah, and definitely Vegeta, man. Like you said, I always liked his Saiyan armor one too. Like, and that one is just like you said, iconic with the whole Scouter blue under thing, and like the point. It's just cool. It's just iconic and it's great. And yeah, the Badman shirt is definitely one of like the coolest simple shirts that I've ever seen in the anime. I'm like, oh, that's just cool. Like, it's just a cool shirt. It just like, you want it. And when I saw you have it, I was like, oh yeah, that's great. I didn't know that was a thing you could have, and you have it. It's like, that's great. So yeah, definitely a cool dude and a good one to add. And yeah, I'm looking forward to you doing the full Badman outfit now. You got to get the green shoes and the yellow pants.
Yellow pants. Yeah.
But yeah. And then my last one for this quick roulette is one I think really trended a lot this year, or I guess this past year, and it's Nanami, man. Of course. I mean, Jesus, if there's been a more simped for character among anime women, I don't think I know who it is. Because Nanami is that one. Like the suit again, simple, nice and clean, cream suit. I like this particular one because he's chilling with the overcoat as well. His own unique tie. He even has the steampunk shades on, dude. And the clean comb over with the fade, dude. What else do you want from the guy? I mean, he's clean, he's cold. He's just chill all the time. He's a cool, clean look, cool demeanor. He just never panics, man. He never panics. There's not a moment really he ever panics in the show. Even when he's about to die, he's like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So I mean, you gotta just love it. You gotta appreciate it. And then this one though, I was like, come on, dude. Come on. This is fan art. I forget the guy. I think the guy is EMW is the artist. Fan art from this guy. And shout out to him. So we appreciate you.
We'll link all the pictures in the description for if we the ones that we use. Yeah. We'll link them all in the description.
Yeah. So we appreciate you, man. EMW art. This is a really, really cool picture for fan art. I mean, I thought this is like his Vogue GQ, front cover photo, man. Like this guy looks freaking amazing in this here. I mean, you got the rings on. You got to add just an extra little drip, man. And you know what I'm saying? You got to loosen the tie because it's after hours, bro. He's off for work now, so you know what I'm saying, he's trying to relax. And my man is killing the look, man. 8 rings. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else can you do? So you gotta love it. But
Man,
there's
it's
one that.
funny when we went to the anime convention and we were like, yeah, there's not going to be a lot of people cosplaying as Nanami, and then it was like, oh man, okay, there's
Right.
one, there's one, there's one, there's one. Yeah,
Right.
apparently pretty
Like,
popular guy there.
right. Like I cosplayed him at a convention a few months before the most recent one we went to, and it was like just me. It was just me.
Right.
And then I go to the next one, and it's like probably the most popular cosplay for a guy to wear. And I'm like, that's crazy. But such is the drip of the character, man. Everyone wants a piece of it. But
Right.
there is still only one Nanami. Even in his death, there's still only one Nanami. They killed him in a really trash way, but he lives on.
Speaking of Jujutsu, yeah, I was thinking about Gojo, and I was like, well, he doesn't have any fits. Like he's not dripped out. He just has the eyes. It's just the eyes. you know. So.
Yeah. So yeah. But I agree. But man, yeah, Nanami. I mean, again, he got the walk. He has the whole scene where he's doing the crazy walk with man looking jacked when he's beating the freak out of Ponytail. I mean, what I'm saying, Nanami looks good with just the shirt on, tie on his shirt, with the whole full suit. He's got he layers up the look. He kills all of them, man. So he does it, and like I said, for sure, he has the demeanor down, bro. And that's the big thing. But yeah, definitely Gojo was one of the ones I want to shout out because mainly because of the look with the shades when he was a little bit younger. I think that was just like cold with the shades instead of like the full eye bandage. I like that one. And then the other person I want to shout out, I should have got a picture, but Spike from Cowboy Bebop, dude. I mean, the dude is just that guy. I mean, he's just smooth in everything he does, everything he says, the way he fights, the way he dresses, everything about him is just smooth, dude. Like, I mean, there's a scene where he's fighting this girl, and he's basically just like, look, bro, look, like, you sure you want to fight or you want to go on a date? Like, like this man's in the middle of a life and death fight, and he's trying to get this girl to go out with him, man. This man has all the charisma, all the courage, all the confidence, and all the drip. I mean, the dude's clean. So, gotta love Spike, man. But yeah, gotta rewatch Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, man. There's some classics that you guys gotta appreciate, and the classic characters gotta appreciate. But one thing, that's a classic here is Extra Time, man.
My God, yes, it's good to hear those words. Extra Time. All right, we start off with college football news. The national championship was played between the Michigan Wolverines and the University of Washington Huskies. Michigan came out on top. So the final score was 34-13. Congrats to both teams. We'll see how each team fares next season because each team has been picked like dry of talent. Like they have players going to the NFL, players graduating, and then the coaches have left. Like Washington, their coach left for Alabama. Jim Harbaugh, the coach from Michigan, he may leave for the NFL. We don't know yet, but that's how it's looking. But we also want to talk about the GOAT coach of college football has announced he will retire. I'm talking about Nick Saban of the University of Alabama. That's why the coach of Washington is going to Alabama to coach there because Nick Saban has retired. Nick Saban won 7 total championships at the college football level, 6 with Alabama. He ran a dominant powerhouse. So it's sad to see him go, but I'm sure he'll be happy in retirement and he'll be regarded as one of the best coaches to ever do it. In the NFL, the playoffs have started. In fact, today the Baltimore Ravens beat down the Houston Texans to advance to the conference championship game. It was a good game, but the Ravens were just too powerful for the Houston Texans. We have a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback. they have a bright future ahead of them, but they just couldn't get it done this time around. I'm rooting for the Ravens. I live right down the street from the stadium, so hopefully they do well and get the Super Bowl. But we'll see. Um, Playoffs will continue to be played over the next few weeks, culminating in the Super Bowl, which is being played in Las Vegas. And I just mentioned the GOAT coach of college football. Now I'm going to bring up the GOAT coach of pro football. And yes, I'm of course talking about Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots. Well, formerly of the New England Patriots, where he won 6 Super Bowls as a coach. So Bill has mutually parted ways with the Patriots, ending a union that spanned 24 years and resulted in close to 300 victories, counting both regular and postseason wins. He's looking to continue coaching at the pro level, but the reign and power he had in New England is over. So we'll see where he goes next. He's still trying to stay in the game. He's 71 years old, I believe. He's an old man, but he knows how to get it done. So we will see where he goes next. And finally, in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls decided to honor their championship dynasty of the 90s by creating a Ring of Honor for franchise icons. Although the Ring of Honor event itself left much to be desired and showed why people are assholes. So first up is that neither Scottie Pippen nor Michael Jordan showed up to the event. Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were the Chicago Bulls. Those were the main players. Right. We can forget about Dennis Rodman. But no, when you talk about the 90s Bulls, you talk about Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
That's fact.
And they didn't even show up.
That's crazy.
So that's just crazy.
Cold-blooded.
But they have an alleged beef, and it doesn't help that Jordan's son is dating Pippen's ex-wife. So that's
crazy.
That's some whole dirty laundry I'm not going to get into, but it is crazy. But it's probably disappointing for the fans who came out to the game. I mean, the Bulls aren't good this year. To see the event, and then they weren't there. Dennis Rodman wasn't there either, but nobody cares about him. He's crazy. He's a complete fool. Anyway, secondly, the Bulls lost the game. I just mentioned they're terrible this season. They lost the game. So the fans, they didn't get to see Michael or Scotty. The team lost. So what are they going to do with that energy? I mean, you could always have a nice ending, but that's not how the fans went. Because the last thing I wanted to highlight is that the crowd made a little old lady cry who was on the court for the event. The widow of the late Bulls GM, Jerry Krause, who was sort of the architect of the championship teams, was subject to loud boos when the late Krause was honored during the event. The widow, Thelma Krause, had to sit at half court crying to herself while the crowd booed her husband. Jerry Krause has been hated by Bulls fans for a while because he's considered the reason the last championship team broke up, but he died in 2017. So I wanted to ask y'all, when do you let the beef go? Do you carry it to the grave? I know it's on site, as the youth like to say, but what do you do when the ops ain't even of this realm anymore? They long dead, 6 feet underground. They can't do nothing to you.
Let it go.
Wow.
What the Are you grown men and women that were really still mad about a basketball team that doesn't give a freak enough to show up for their fans in the first place? Like, come on, dude.
I mean, old widow cries at basketball game is the saddest news article I have ever heard. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is. That's up there, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if anyone, yeah, I mean, I don't hold grudges at all, really, but yeah, they did. There's no more grudge to hold. I mean, that's pretty simple.
What the freak? Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, I mean, it's just dumb. I mean, I mean, especially because he's not there. Like, if there was even, she had nothing to do with it. So why boo while she's there? If anything, just be silent. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. Fine, whatever. Stay silent. But but at least let her take some solace. She's already lost her husband. I'm sure it's not fun to be walling around the world without the person you spent majority of your life with, and then you're gonna boo the little bit of his legacy that she has left to hold on to. and it's not like he didn't bring y'all much success. Like he still architected the team. I don't know if I said that right, architected, but he still put together the team that allowed you guys to have that success. Imagine he didn't draft Jordan. Imagine he drafted someone else. Like I don't even know who went after him in that draft. No, it was like Drexel went before him and somebody else. I forget who else went before him. But anyway, some good players went before him anyway. They were also good. But I think was it Elijah one? Was it Elijah one in that draft? I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was. I didn't before that. But anyway. But yeah, regardless, good players drafted in that draft before and after him. Obviously done to his level of Jordan, and then he still drafted Pippen too in later years to complement him. So it's not like he did a crap job of managing the team. It's not like it was like a 2-year period or something. You won for a long time, like close to a decade. You were the most feared team in the league. Maybe you didn't win every year of that, but you still were a very highly thought of team for a long time. So I don't know, like it's almost like again that thing that I hate with people is that what have you done for me lately sort of thing, and like the last thing he did was supposedly not keep the team together. But okay, let's just forget about the fact that he put the team together and had all this success before that happened. And that's kind of the sad part about it to me is that you just ignore all the good that he did for the one bad. But okay.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, Alonzo, how do you feel about it though?
I mean, I'm a vengeful person. I hold grudges like a long
to the
time.
grave, past the grave.
I don't know if I'll do it past the grave.
Right.
That just seems excessive. Why would I do that? That's extra energy I don't need to expend on that person if they're no longer here. So, yeah, I wouldn't do it past the grave. Just let it go on.
I will say, like, this is not directly, like, completely associated, but if there's sometimes where, somebody who did you wrong gets some kind of credit for something good, right? Like their name get etched in the history books for doing this great thing, right? But they've done you. The only way you know them is that they've done you wrong.
Right.
Like when you're in that situation, and yeah, when they die and everyone goes like, oh, everyone clap because this guy did this good thing, right? And you're sitting there like, well, I only know him because he punched me in my face. Like I hate this guy. Can we all hate this guy? I do feel that part of it would be annoying, but the rest in terms of like, yeah, I mean, if it's just general and definitely don't throw that same energy to someone unrelated, right? It's like, oh, the widow needs to cry now.
Right.
Get this old lady.
Yeah, I cried when Jordan left, so she needs to cry now. Like
yeah.
Right. So like, I'm also like, I don't know. Like again, I'm a sports fan for my certain teams, but like, and I do get a little bit, off, a little bit excited and eccentric. All right, okay, hold on.
We were in a game with you. We sat at a game with you.
This isn't about me.
I swear you were talking to the ref at one point. You were just like, come on, you right there. I was like, okay, let's calm down. There's a bunch of other teams, like, and we weren't even the major because you were one of the minor, like in the minor group too. So we're surrounded by these blue jerseys. Surrounded by these blue jerseys, and I'm like, please don't hurt me.
I got you. Nah, but I mean, but again, it's not about me. The point is that again, there's a line to be drawn in sports, and would I go and then like directly attack, a fan of the other team, or like to his face, or like go out of my way to make, like you said, someone that is not really associated with the sporting part of it feel bad? No, that's stupid. Like that's dumb. And that's where I don't like about certain sports and certain sports teams. And this is across a lot of different sports, not just basketball. There's plenty in soccer too, like games, and people have players of the opposite team. They'll have someone in their family pass away or sick, and they'll make it like they'll be real dicks about it. Like really really cruel jokes and yeah, I think again, sports are sports. Not that you can't get into it, all this other stuff. I obviously do But like there has to be a line drawn at some point, and personal attacks and making old ladies cry, I think, is the line. I think that's at least should be the line. Old ladies crying shouldn't be a part of sports. Thanks.
I'm glad you said it. Brave.
I'm a real pioneer. Well, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what else there is to say about that, so I think it's time to go. But again, we appreciate you guys for spending some time listening to us, and I'm glad you tuned in again. And we'll have some more heated debates now. But we'll have some more nice topics to kind of talk about and discuss in the next episode. But until then, thanks for procrastinating with us. We out.